Nancy, it's so nice to have you here, and I remember when you came one other time, I picked up so many tricks about ways to wear things in my wardrobe, and I thought, gosh, I don't have to go shopping every day, and I don't like to shop, so I can't imagine, how many things that people who do like to shop would do that. But you have such great tips for us.
Well, thank you so much. And trust me, you are not the only woman who doesn't hate to shop. It's funny, but when I'm at any social setting and say what I do, invariably women will come up to me and say, I know this is weird, I know this is strange, but I really don't like to shop. But there are more reasons than just avoiding shopping to learn how to make the most of the wardrobe you have. It's really interesting to me that when we think about our concerns about the environment, which are moving so much onto the front burner for many, many people right now, for most of us, the last thing we think about is our wardrobe, but you'll probably be amazed to learn that the experts tell us that the textiles and clothing industry is number 2 only to petrochemicals in the environmental destruction that the construction of new clothes creates. So we can, most people would never imagine. So we can think about looking at cleaner production and more sustainable fibers, and those are good moves for sure, but the real answer is learning to dress really well with a much smaller wardrobe. So then you're buying fewer pieces, so you can afford to buy nicer pieces that will last literally decades in your wardrobe if the styling is classic and not too trendy, and have loads of great things to wear without feeling guilty about any of it.
And you decided to challenge yourself. You preach this, but I thought this was so interesting. I was looking through your pictures. You took a challenge and thought, well, I'm going to see if I can just go through my closet and put together 30 different outfits.
Well, I was
happened?
sitting around New Year's Day with nothing better to do than think about my wardrobe. I know that might be a little strange to most people. But I realized that even though this is what I do for a living, I had gotten ridiculously lazy and was just wearing the same 8 or 10 combinations over and over, when I have great things in my closet that are incredibly versatile. And so I said, I wonder if I can get through the entire month of January without repeating an outfit. Now, I did get a break. We had one incredible snow day where I never got out of my pajamas. But except for that day, every day in January, I put things together in a new combination. And it was so much fun that I continued through February and through March and never had to repeat a combination.
And you took pictures to prove it.
And I did. Well, I took pictures and posted them on my blog to hold myself accountable so I wouldn't slide back into my lazy ways. But it was really fun, and it helped me itemize what were the specific tricks that I used to make that happen. So that's what I'd like to show you this morning. And when I'm working with a client in her closet as well as in my own, I always teach people to start with what I call a core 4. And that means at least 4 coordinating pieces in a solid color, the same solid color in a neutral. So for the example that I'm going to do today, I started with this cascade cardigan and the matching trouser in navy blue, matching pencil skirt, and then I chose a little tank because I know I'm going to put layers over it, and I get tired of being like that little kid who has to hold the ends of your sleeves to get them down the second layer of sleeves. Actually, the truth be told, for me, this is a core 5, and I do have a short sleeve navy top at home, so I could wear this as a whole outfit. But the real fun of this combination isn't wearing it monochromatic necessarily, it's wearing it in what we call color columns. So I can pair up the cascade cardigan with the pant or with the little skirt, and I can pair up the tank with the skirt or with the pant, and each of those gives me the visual continuity and the elongation to my silhouette and the easy framework for an outfit of having the same color head to toe. But to keep it from being boring, then I layer other tops over the tank, other under layers under the Cascade cardigan. So let me mix and match some
Okay.
outfits and show you how that works.
Right.
Does that all make sense? So here's my little blush cardigan sweater. This is an incredibly flattering color on the vast majority of Caucasian women because it's close to our skin tone, and anything that repeats some part of what we are just naturally looks great. So let me slide that on. And then because this is an unstructured garment, I would never wear this without a little extra shoulder
Shoulder shape.
support tucked in there, just to lift the line a little bit and square it off. But isn't that
Oh, yeah. It's
better?
amazing how it helps, draws the eye up.
It really does, and it makes you look a little taller. It also helps focus the attention on your face, which is really where we want people to be noticing. No matter how terrific our body is from the neck down, it's really up here that people are relating to us. Now, this navy and blush color combination isn't off the wall, but it's not really totally expected. So my favorite trick for building outfits, and in fact a lot of times my inspiration for new combinations, comes from multicolor accessories. I find that for clients, having too many print garments in their closet really limits the mix and match. But a patterned accessory that includes both of the colors from the outfit, all of a sudden just makes it look a lot more right and a lot more put together, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Now I
That's
could
a
just
great
leave
accessory.
it hanging like that, or I can just tie those two pieces
To shorten it.
in a big chunky knot so it looks more put together. And there we go. Now with any of these navy combinations, with any combination in your wardrobe really, the accessories that you choose to put with the garments can really move the combination up and down the formality scale. So if I want this to be a little more relaxed outfit, I'm going to pair it with a chunky little bootie. And do you see how that gives it just a little more casual spin? On the other hand, if I want to wear it dressier, I'm going to use a little strappy pump, and that takes it up a notch, and it'll do this. And of course, I could do this same outfit back to the pants, right? No problem at all. And if I happen to own a shell or a cami in this blush color, I could layer that under the Cascade jacket as well. So on the rack here, we have the Cascade jacket and pants, so that's our column, navy head to toe. But to put the navy tank under that, although we could do it, would be a little uninteresting. So we picked up this periwinkle blue, and again, it's not a crazy combination, but it's not quite singing. On the other hand, look what happens when we add the little accessory that picks up both tones. So it's amazing how that can work for you. And once you have either of these columns going on, then you just scan down all the tops in your closet and say, what else could I layer under this? What else could I layer over this one?
Let's go ahead and go through these so we can be sure and show lots of different
Let's do that.
examples. Oh, I love
So
that.
here's kind of a strawberry red. And we certainly could choose to accessorize that just with the silver, but I just love adding a multicolor accessory. So there's a little scarf that would work perfectly into that. Or if you wanted to wear the necklace and the scarf, what you could do with the scarf is just tie it onto the handle of your purse.
I like
and
that.
now it's part of the look, but not necessarily on your body. And as long as I've realized that I have this great scarf in my wardrobe, I also could trade out the overlayers from the blush. Oh, aren't you sweet? Do you want to come to my house and hang everything up?
Hang things
That's
up for
another
you.
one of my lazy bad habits. It's way too easy to just drape it across the dresser.
Of course.
But see how I can slide
wear that as
my
a-
same little red jacket, trade out to the scarf that I already had going on, and another combination. And we just keep going
Wow.
and going and going. And do you see how easy that is based off that column? Now, another quick little variation, if you don't want to wear the same color top to bottom, is to build outfits out of pieces that are monochromatic. So
Like this one.
exactly. So this sort of dusty rose cardigan is the same color family as my pencil skirt in the deep berry. And because the cardigan is a little bit longer than the shell underneath, do you see how I don't get a hard horizontal line
much
where we
more
change
flattering.
color? And once again, we can take it up and down the formality scale with a little bit dressier scarf if we want a more polished look. And if we want to wear that for a
that's
more
soft.
casual occasion, don't those feel heavenly? We can go with the crinkle scarf and have a more relaxed look. And that's how you take the clothes that are already in your closet and make more outfits than you would ever imagine you could possibly have, often without spending another dime.
Maybe we could end this by saying it would be fun if we all took the 30-day challenge and see how many outfits we could come up with.
Well, I will look for you to email me photos,
Okay.
and it would be fun to hear from viewers too and see how they've implemented these really easy, basic strategies to get so much more out of the clothes you already own.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for all these ideas, Nancy.
Thanks for having me.